Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Oliver here, and today I think I might try and show you guys a video on how to make a Windows 10 ISO file for your PC. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into Google and search up Windows 10 ISO file. And then you're going to go up to the top one here, which should be Microsoft.com, and go Windows 10 ISO. And if you're currently trying to connect this PC up to Windows 10, just click Upgrade Now. But for what we want to do is we want to create a ISO file. So what you need to do is click Download Tool Now, which is down here below before you begin. And we're just going to let that load. You're going to click Run. And it's only small, it'll only take a few seconds to download, depending on your internet connection. It'll run its scan, and then we'll get asked if we want to run this software, and just click yes. And it'll take a few seconds to load up. Alright, so now it's saying it's getting a few things ready. That's basically just finding the Windows server or Microsoft server. And then we're going to start changing a few settings around. So basically it's going to give you this saying license terms if you want to do all this stuff. If you want to read it, I don't really care. You got to accept the license and agreement, and then wait for the next screen to load. And there you go. So once again, if you want to upgrade this PC, you just select upgrade this PC now. But we want to create installation media for another PC. So you want to select create installation media and then next. And then you want to uncheck use the recommended options for this PC, because if you're downloading the ISO file, you're not really using it for this PC, you're going to use it on another build. So you want to go under language and select what language you're using. I'm going to keep it at United Kingdom because I'm in Australia and they don't have an Australian one. So, and then you want to select what edition you want. Yeah, we're just going to leave that at default, and then architecture. So if you don't know what this is or whatever you need, so basically it's whether or not your processor can handle 32-bit or 64-bit operating systems. It will say on the box of the processor, but once you find out which bit it is, if it's 32 or 64, select the bit rate you want here and then select next. And if you want to create a USB flash drive now, insert a flash drive into the USB slot and then click next, but keep in mind any data that is left on the USB stick will be erased, and I'm not liable for any data you lose. That is important. So what we want to do is, because we want to keep the ISO file instead of creating a bootable USB right now, is select ISO file, and it will say you'll need to burn the ISO file to a DVD later, but afterwards we can install it onto flash drive, floppy disk, whatever you want. So select next, and now here it's going to say ISO file is the save type, and then you want to call it whatever you want. So I'm going to call it Windows 10 64-bit ISO. And then once you click save, you also want to work out where you want it. Once you click save, it will start the download immediately, but because I have already downloaded Windows 10 and I'm currently running it at the moment, I don't need it, and I also have the ISO already. So yeah, that's it. If you want to learn more about this, I'll create another video in the future on how to make a bootable USB drive using third-party software instead of the Microsoft software, so that we have more control of it and you can use any ISO file for that. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed, and subscribe, like, and show your love to the world.